Today I'm going to demonstrate how to sew buttons onto a coveralls or overalls. These were made for a man, and as you know, many clothes made for men do not fit women or skinny women like me. So what I did was put the buttons on like so. So now I'll do the other side, and I'll show you how I'm going to mark that and sew them on in case you don't know how to sew buttons on, or if you want to up your button game. Because after sewing thousands and thousands of buttons, I have found a good method. So what I do is I match things up, so button to button, button to button, and that's where how I know it will be symmetrical. As you can see, I'm tracing my finger along here to match up where I want the center of this button to be. Got my chalk. I can feel the center by pinching, and I'm just gonna grind a spot there for the center of the button. And again on this side, stretching the fabric, finding the center of the button, and making a chalk mark. So also, I found a good way to make a knot recently. Something I just figured out on my own. So what I'm going to do is poke in from the wrong side, nearly to the end, and then I'm going to tie a little loop, not tighten it all the way. Trying not to waste any thread. Go in almost in the same spot and go through this loop with my needle, pulling gently, and then boom. Okay, I wasted a little bit of thread, but that's okay because I'm just going to use it to tie this off. 1, 2, that is a really secure knot there to start my button. So what I'm going to do now is just come in to the outside, right side, and you can see right here is where the knot is. I'm going to go a little bit to the right of it, or you go to the left depending on. And then I'm just going to start my button. As you can see, there's not a hole in the center, there's a hole just to the left and to the right. And I'm going to go left to right rather than up to down. It's just how I prefer it. I'm going to hold this in place and then poke through the other hole. So turn this light on too. Didn't do much. And now I've got the wrong side, and you can see it can go woo, so you got to hold it. And I'm going to go this side of the knot. Losing my tail. And then at this point, I could make the button really tight, but I don't want to, because that makes getting on your pants difficult, or whatever garment you are getting on, and keeping it in place. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to try to achieve that every single stitch. So this is nice sturdy denim thread. It is dual duty jeans top stitching plus, and it's this nice mustard color. I use that for hemming denim. Since these are work pants, I'm using nice sturdy thread. So I'm going to go one more time. Boom, done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in from the back, and I'm not going to go through a hole. I'm just going to go to this spot right there. And then, this is kind of fun, I'm going to wrap around the button 3 times, and then I'm going to go through here through here. Basically, I'm just sewing through the bulk of the thread. And I'm going to go one more time, and then the last stitch is this here. So I'm making a loop here, and I'm just going to put my needle right through it, and that is a knot. I could go one more time too. And this is going to be super sturdy button. I don't want to lose these buttons because they're vintage. They came in a pack of 4, proper pack of 4. Not sure what year they're from, but they're really neat. This little metal piece that held them on to the package. Now, trim. You can trim quite close to it because the knots are so good. And now I'm going to do number 2 button, which I think, oh, there it is. Going in from there. I'm just going to pin this tag out of the way because she's getting in the way. One's going to be good enough. Voila. So also on these work pants, they were quite wide-legged, and they're still wide-legged, but I took them in the back. Boom. All the way to here. And I just did that with a straight stitch and a zigzag. They're work pants, so I just wanted a nice sturdy stitch. It didn't have to be perfect, and then I just ironed it down. Went all the way from the foot to the bottom of the pocket, and I went right in the center. And on this side there's a hammer pocket, so I went just to the outside of the hammer pocket. Cool. And I did it on my old fob, my trusty fob. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for listening.